Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. Um, Hold on, y'all. Let me find something here. Chef Jeffrey ain't ready. I got everything written down here on my iPad here. Hold on just a second here, y'all. Just a second here. Um, Hold on, y'all. I think I had it here. Alrighty. Okay. I got it right here. This past week, I posted something. I didn't do it in the motivation. I wrote it down, and I posted a thing here, kind of encouraging y'all, and I did it from the standpoint of my life, what I overcame in my life. I'm not gonna make a long video and go in depth. Uh, a lot of y'all know what I've been through to get to where I am now, and I'm gonna just kind of touch on a few points of it. But this is like, for me, I'm literally, figuratively in my body, in the spiritual mode, in the government birth certificate type mode. I'm 55 years old. But mentally, not mentally like in a bad way, but mentally in a new birth, I'm 24 years old. July the 5th, or really July the 4th, I could say July the 4th or 5th, 1999 was like a rebirth of my whole outlook on life, whole positivity of life, whole like a new birth of me. What I mean by that, July 24th, 1999, I was going to take my life. I did a whole video on this about maybe a year ago, how I dealt with mental illness for 31 years. Maybe I'll put a link in the video where I did that. It was Mental Health Awareness Month. I did a video how I overcame mental health. It got to the point where July the 4th, 1999, I was 31 years old. I had contemplated killing myself in no uncertain terms. I had thought about this for many years leading up to this, but it had got to the point where that night, after I left work, it was July the 4th, it was that night I got off work, working the holidays, that I just had enough. I had enough to the point where I saw myself as nothing. Just like I tell y'all, some people are just living in life, just existing in life instead of living, and I was doing that. I had got to the point where everything I did was just, I was, I told you a story, been made fun of since I was a kid by people pretty much on the street that I grew up from. My eyes is too big. I was so skinny. I had big feet, and it went from there, dealing with that from a childhood to when I got through college. It was fine. Then I started working in Houston on a job, and I'm dealing with fellow chefs in the kitchen calling me country, cornbread, just stuff like that I had to deal with. And even in my personal life, trying to date, I couldn't really resonate and satisfy ladies because I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have the fancy car. I didn't have the fancy house. I always had to work weekends. I always had to work nights and things like that. And then even in the aspect, like I tell y'all, to save money and stuff like that, I was doing actually, I was saving $200 a month, and I didn't see no growth, even though growth takes time, and I knew that, but I didn't see no growth in my investments, and it was just all a point where I had to work weekends and nights, and I used to work 6 days a week, and I was only off on Mondays. It was to the point where I was 31 years old and just nothing going right for me, and I was just saying, I mean, what is left for me in life? If this is the way life is, I didn't want nothing to do with it. That was me. I didn't want anything to do with life at 30. If I said I don't want to live another 31 years like this, I didn't want to. Long couldn't get a date. No women wanted to be with me. It was to the point where, okay, I'll never get married. I'll never have kids. I'll never have growth in finance. I'll never have my own business. I'll never have real friends because they always gonna make it fun of me. I was dealing with all of that. And in July 4th, 1999, I had a gun, put my head. I was gonna pull the trigger. That was it. I had contemplated how I was gonna kill myself for the past 6 months leading up to that. I would say if I take pills, maybe the pills won't take and I'll be in the hospital 2 or 3 weeks suffering, and I don't want to do that. But if I want to go out, I want to go out quick. I was thinking about hanging myself. I say I'll hang myself, and maybe how would I hang myself? How would I do the rope? I thought all this out, y'all. I'm being real. I've told this story before. I said, well, maybe I'll run out in front of a train. Maybe I'll run out in front of an 18-wheeler. I say no, because that's gonna maybe he kill somebody else, hurt somebody else, and I don't want to hurt nobody but myself. So I say the best way to kill myself. How can I kill myself? With a gun? Where I shoot myself at? If I shoot myself with a gun, I need to make sure it's going to take. I don't want to. And I even went into detail how I'm gonna shoot myself. Just shoot myself in the head. Well, it's not gonna be good because my parents can't have an open coffin. I want them to be able to. I was doing all that, saying I finally figured out I'll shoot myself straight in the heart with a pistol. That way, you can't see myself in the coffin, how I kill myself. And I thought all this out, y'all. I'm being dead serious. I've told this story over and over again. But in that aspect, it's like I got to the point where I was going to do this, and it's like God spoke to me here and here. And it just turned my life around, not instantly, but it stopped me to doing what I was going to do. And it's like God spoke to me and say, look, I'm not through with you yet. I brought you here on this earth for a reason. You have yet to use all the gifts and opportunities that I have forth for you. It's like God spoke to me and say, look, all I need you is to put in the work, and I'm in front. God's guiding me. He's not behind me. God's going to be in front of me, guiding my path, but he needed me to put in the work. He going to open everything up for me, but he need me to put in the work to do this. And that was a eye-opening experience for me. Like I told y'all in what I'm getting to, and I wrote this down last week, I was in a comfort zone, y'all, and it was killing me. My comfort zone was killing me. When people was making fun of me as a kid, I'd run home, wouldn't tell my parents or mom. I'd run to my room in my home. That was my comfort zone, being at home. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to get on the school bus because people going to talk about me at school. People going to talk about me at work. When I used to go from work, I hated work. I didn't hate my job. I just didn't like the people I worked with for a lot of the years. And I would get home in my apartment. I didn't want to go out. Dating was out of there. After 10 years of dealing with dating, I said, that's it. I'm through with dating. I'm dealing with this. This is not for me. God don't have. I would go into my apartment. That was like my comfort zone in my apartment, where I was in my comfort zone to have to deal with people, nothing like that. But all of that stuff that was burning inside was killing me. I was shy. I had no self-confidence. I could cook, but I didn't really know I could cook. I could talk to people, but I never would do it. I was that type of person who I did go out in places. I wanted to be not even seen or heard. I want to be over there in the corner, let everybody have their thing. I didn't want nobody to notice me, even though I was there, because I said, if somebody noticed me, they're going to start talking about me and stuff like that. That was me growing up. But once God got into me and made me get up out of my comfort zone, that's what catapulted me. Like I told you, and I wrote this down before, and I wrote it down, and I'll make sure I tell you it is. I wrote this in context what I wrote the other day. I say it's interesting. The very thing you're most afraid of doing is the very thing that God has called you to do. I'm going to tell you why. I would never thought I'd be on here doing YouTube, Facebook, talking to millions and millions of people every week, helping people on how to cook, how to do their finances, how to help themselves mentally. I would never think I would do that, but I had that gift in me all these years. For 31 years, I had this gift in me, but I never brought it out till it got to the point where God spoke to me. That very thing that I was most afraid of doing was one of my biggest gifts, and I never realized that. And it's a lot of people out there that the enemy's attacking me. And the enemy devil in my mind say, oh, you're no good. You're too skinny. Your eyes is too big. You wear glasses. People going to make fun of you. All that the devil is telling me all these years, for 31 years of my life, y'all. because he know the devil knew if I ever got over there, it wasn't no stopping me. Once God got in front of me and just talk to me and tell me, I'm not going to do it for you. You're going to put in the work. I'm going to just open up the opportunities for you to use your gifts and everything there. The world is relentless. So what I'm here to tell a lot of people, some people out there in the same thing I am, you're in your comfort zone. As long as you in your comfort zone, like I say, the enemy gonna keep you out of your purpose. You have a purpose. It might not be you on YouTube. It might be running business here. It might be running anything. It's lots of opportunities out here in the world, but people sitting at home scared to get out of their comfort zone and make something out of themselves. It might be in the ministry. It might be you might do hair so well, nobody, but you so scared to go out there and open your beauty shop and do some hair. You might draw at home. You might be scribbling on paper. You might have drawings stacked this high that nobody's ever seen because you don't have the confidence to think, well, maybe my drawing is better than somebody else. You might can sing. You probably sing in the shower, sing in the kitchen. Nobody's ever heard your voice. You might have the most beautiful voice in the world, but you scared, you're in your comfort zone. You don't think nobody gonna think the same thing. I was there, y'all. I was living that. I knew I could cook. I'm not saying this to be bold. I knew I could cook like crazy. Anybody. But I didn't have the confidence to go out there and really put it. And once I got out of the comfort zone at 31 years old, I started getting in competition. Y'all see, if you ever see my office in there when I do my lives, all those medals on there, I quit doing competitions. I was bam, 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 just winning medals, silver medals, gold medals, all these, because God had this gift in me. I wasn't using it. I wasn't using all the gift that God had to me. I was going to take myself out, die full. Like I tell y'all, don't die empty. Don't die full, die empty. I was going to die so full. And like I say, mental illness is very serious, and it took counseling. I go to counseling every 3 months, 4 times a year. I'm not afraid to say I still go to counseling because it's something I always deal with the rest of my life, but I get better and better with it as the time goes by. You remember this past winter, November, December, I was dealing with so much stuff. I was still dealing with my mom passed away. Then I was dealing with people on social media acting crazy. All that's hitting me close and close. And I almost just give up social media. I was just close to giving it up, but I had to go stick to my counselor. She sat me down and we went through all this stuff. I went, okay, you need Jeffrey, you need to calm this, and this, and this. It helped so much. After Christmas, January come on, I've got that Jeffrey back, and I got so much God has planned for me. And even the counselors told me, you have this plan, Jeffrey. You're doing this for the less fortunate. You got this and plans. Once you walk away and all that, how can you do that? You have a platform to promote that. Like I said, I have so much planned in my life, and God has pushed me, and God just speaks to me. And I never thought I'd be doing anything like this and to help other people and take phone calls of people, try to encourage other people. Because I was just low. Like they say, low as a snake in a ragging rut. That's country. Y'all probably never heard that. That was me. I had no self-confidence. None at all. Zero. No way. But it's a lot of people, like I told y'all, it's the most difficult thing is when we step out of the comfort zone. You got to step over some things. Meaning I had to step over that low self-esteem, the shyness, all that. I had to step over that stuff and get around that. It's not easy to step out of your comfort zone because once you step out, you there. And all eyes are on you. But I just want to carry somebody. I'm telling y'all, it's nothing amazing. And it kind of, if I look back on my life at 31 years, those people that did, I had revenge factor on my mind too, y'all. Let me tell you this too. All those people that hurt me for 31 years and stuff, I had to get over that revenge factor. I wanted to go to each and every one of them and do something to them. I'm going to be real. Y'all know I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to be real. I had to get over that also. I really did. But luckily in 94, before this happened, even I went to 99, I met some friends of mine that play basketball. Well, I used to go play basketball on Monday. I used to be only off on Mondays. I worked 6 days a week, 8 hours a day. I was only off on Mondays. I used to go play basketball at a particular place here in Houston on Mondays. And when I play basketball, I'm not a big shooter. I can shoot the ball and stuff, but that's not my skill factor. What I love to rebound and block shots. I do. I just love it. I love to pass the ball also. That's just me. So I met a couple of guys there. One is 4 years younger than me, and his other brother was 10 years younger than me. And they was playing basketball, and they picked me on their team. And this is like it just clicked automatically. One of my friends, we still friends today. Been friends almost 30 years now. One of them liked to pass the ball and could shoot, and one of them was a 3-point specialist. And they told me, all we need you to do is rebound and block shots and pass the ball, and that's all we need you to do. For years and years, we should go around we used to play 3-on-3. That was how you play half court in the street. We would play a certain court all day. We go to another court. We beating people on top of each other because we click just like that. And we become great friends. I was invited to home, their parents and their mom and dad invited me to them. And what really, and it makes me emotional now. Even at that time, it didn't click until years ago. It say, I finally found some friends. This still get emotional. They didn't make fun of me. They didn't see me as Bigfoot. They didn't see me as Big Eyes. They saw me as an actual friend. And we're friends to the day. We've been friends actually 29 years exactly. I can pick up the phone, have conversations with them for all kinds of stuff, for nothing, for just talking on the phone. And it's hard. I never had friends like that, y'all, growing up, that people just actually not making fun of me, not talking back behind my back. And these two fellas did, and of course, as we go, I've been in their family for years, and we caught other mutual friends and stuff like that. It's something I had to get over, and I dealt with for years. And I know somebody out there I'm talking to right now dealing with the same thing. Whether you're a man, woman, a child, it's a lot of kids out there that dealt with the same thing I'm dealing with, and they don't know any way out. They don't know who to talk to. And I tell young people, get counseling. Talk to someone you can trust and confide in. You can't just talk to anybody. I know this, because all they're going to do is go and tell somebody else. And there's some people out there that have been through that, and they're trying to get the confidence level up, and they're trying to get out of the comfort zone, and they have so many talents. I know so many people that have talents, and they're afraid to use them because they're afraid of failure. You're going to fail. I didn't win every competition that I got in. When I started social media, every YouTube video and stuff didn't go viral, didn't go good. But that's how you learn. You learn by your failures. You're going to get stronger. But if you have to put not God behind you, don't say God, put God first. That's the key thing I had to do. Pray every day, and I put God first. God is going to open that path for you, but you got to put in the work. He's not going to walk for you. He's going to open the pipes. He's going to open them opportunities up. It's your choice and your job to go through that path that God's opened to you. God pushed all them people that used to talk about me out of the way. All them co-workers that used to talk about me, all the work. All the people used to talk about me. Oh, you got to work every day. You only offer money. You can't do the holidays or whatever. The majority of those people used to say all that stuff, they still working on the job now. Chef Jeffrey don't have to work. Chef Jeffrey owns his own business. Chef Jeffrey can go and work when he want, how he want, where he want, go where he will go when he want to go somewhere, and how he want to go somewhere. Those sort of people stop. I got people right now that still on my day. I'm telling you, they have a disdain for me. And they on my Facebook, and I tell them right now, through the camera, they probably watch this video right now that I grew up with. Will not like nothing. I'm talking about old school soul food. They cannot stand old school soul food growing. I can post something, they ain't gonna like it, they're not gonna share it, then they're gonna buy no merch. You know why? Because they can't stand where I am. Because why? Because they tried to stop me when I was younger for growth. But like I say, God put me first, and all I can say is look at me now. I grew, and I can really thank them. After I got over that bitterness, I had to forgive these people, which I done. I forgive them years ago because they allowed me to show me the opportunity. I have a defense mechanism because of them. It works in my favor. I don't just put up a whole wall that helps me identify. I ain't born yesterday, even though I told you I'm 24 years old in the rebirth. I know people that's no good. I know people that just want you for what you got, who you are. They don't want you for inside. I know those type of people. I am very, very smart with that. But anyway, I just want to encourage people to get up, get out your comfort zone. It is not easy, y'all. It is the most difficult thing. It took me, I was 31 years old when I did it. I was 31 years old. I was living in an apartment. Let me tell you, I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment upstairs. I wasn't on paycheck to paycheck because I was still doing my savings and stuff like that, but I wasn't really, I had a vehicle that I would hope would, I did. I had an old car that I hope every morning they would crank, that I could go to work and back, and I was prayed that nothing major would happen of it mechanically because I know I really didn't have a lot of money to fix it. I went from that in a few years to a 2-bedroom apartment in the same complex. I moved downstairs to a 2-bedroom apartment for more room. I wanted to offer. I went from 1 to 2 vehicles. That was bound in I'd say about 2003. And 3 years later, that's when I bought a house. I bought this house that I'm in now in 2006. So within 6 years, I went from a 1-bedroom apartment, pretty much, I would say paycheck to paycheck with 1 vehicle, to a home, which 4-bedroom. This house I got now, I'm afraid to say it, is 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,500 square feet, 2-story home, to 3 vehicles. Also making more money on my job because I got the confidence that I could not be behind the scenes being a worker. I turned into being a supervisor, the manager, meaning more money. I went from working 6 days a week to 5 days a week, from working nights to morning where I had my mornings off, to a management position where I was off every holiday. So God did all of that. God pushed and did all of that, y'all, for me, because he just needed me to get out of my comfort zone and then move forward. And God is still moving me forward for a lot of other things. I got a lot of announcements coming up in the next few months this year. The things of God opening up. So I just want to give company. If you just need advice, please call me. There's somebody right now watching me on the verge of suicide. They are on the verge of suicide. Somebody watching me right now think they have no way out. Their life is so incorrupt, in cahoots, and so tangled up and twisted up. They think there's just no way out. I was that way, y'all, thinking it was no way, no end. But what I did, I got on my knees. Like I said, I cried like a baby and said, God, you need to show me if this is all I have for me for 31 years. I don't want to live another 31 years like this. I don't. Now, fast forward 2023, look at me now. That's all I can say. And it's all about God and perseverance and working hard. But if somebody out there, just call me. I'll talk you through it. I'll give you the advice I can. And if not, it's counseling. You can go online and Google counseling. Don't just talk to your relative, your neighbor. Don't do that. Be careful who you tell your problems to. Get to a professional counselor, somebody's a confidant, and keep your business in behind closed doors, and you talk everything out. I do it. Every 3 months, I still go to my counselor. Sometimes I keep an appointment. Sometimes it's nothing bothering. I still go talk to her. I've been blessed to have the same counselor for the last 6 years. So she know me very well, and she know when something's wrong. When I go in there, she know when there's something great. She know my body actions. She know my eyes and stuff like that. So get that done. It do nothing but help you, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm still going. I'm not going to sugar, I'm all high in my, no. I have good days and I have days that's not as good as the other ones. And sometimes I need someone to talk to. And I have someone I can get on the phone and make an appointment and go talk to. Even if it's not my 3-month time to go, I can do that. Because and then I pray a lot too. Yeah, so I just want to give somebody encouragement to Chef Jeffrey, like I tell people, and I say this a lot, and I'll close and get to what I need to get to and then close the video. People can see your glory, but they don't know a clue what you've been through to get to that point. They don't have a clue. They see your glory, but they do not know your story. And that's unfortunate because I've been through a lot, y'all, through my childhood. For 31 years, I went through a lot. And a lot of people going through the same thing I'm going through, but they don't know which way to turn. They don't know. And the suicide rate is so high, and it's high in African-American men. It's the highest in African-American men. You know why? Because we've been taught from a young age we're going to be macho. We're not supposed to seek help. We're not supposed to cry. We're not supposed to show emotion. All you're supposed to do is work and bring home the bacon. That's it. We've been taught that. And men in general, men is taught to not to show emotion, not to cry, not to show weakness, stuff like that. That's why you see so many men in the military come back and commit suicide. Military men have the highest rate of suicide than anybody. And it's sad. Now you got young people killing themselves because of bullying in school. They shooting up school, and then if they don't, they come home and they commit suicide. You got a young man I saw on the Facebook a couple of weeks ago. He was bullied so bad by his baseball team. He told his mom he didn't want to play baseball. This kid was 11 years old. And he didn't want to play baseball because they were making fun of him. His mom kept pushing, oh, you need to go play, because he didn't tell his mom why in detail. And she didn't test the signs, and he killed himself. He committed suicide. He hung himself in his bedroom because he didn't want to go get made fun of in his baseball team. They was making fun of him because I guess he couldn't play like they could. He wasn't athletic as they could. Talk to your kids, y'all. If you got kids, there's signs. If they go to their room, I had signs my parents just didn't see it. If they come home from school and they go in their room and they're not just going in there playing video games, if they don't want to go to parties, they don't want to go out and play with the other kids, if they don't want to go to school, there's signs. I explained all them signs. My parents just didn't see it because they didn't know in them years how to do it. That's the signs. I didn't want to go to school. Not because of school, because I didn't want to be made fun of in school. I didn't want to get on the school bus. When the school bus come down the road, I didn't want to leave my house. My most greatest happiness when I got off the school bus and come home. Saturday and Sunday, then I have to go to school. That was my fear. At work, my greatest happiness when it was time to go home from work, I go to my apartment and I had to deal with those people. That was my greatest, and back in them days. Yeah. But anyway, I just want to share that with y'all, to just get out your comfort zone, because God's kind of calling on you for your purpose. And that one thing that's holding you back and is stepping out of your comfort zone is the one thing God has purpose for you. You got a talent, but you got to lose it. So I just want to share that with y'all, because that's been on my spirit to say that, and just wanted to share that with y'all. Okay, I don't have any notes here tonight. The YouTube live Monday night live session gonna be here in my house, because I'm going to Las Vegas. That's my happy place. You want to see me happy? Watch me next week, y'all. I'm gonna flood y'all's stream with Las Vegas. I haven't been in Las Vegas since October, almost 6 months. It's driving me nuts, but I'll be in Las Vegas all next week. I don't have nothing on the agenda. Only thing I do have on the agenda, yes, I do. I'll be meeting. Say hi to Matthew. We're gonna meet Thursday, I think, and maybe before that, but I definitely will see him Thursday afternoon. I can't wait for that. Excited for that. I think Rick Vegas, I might see them too if they do a live stream, I might hop on with them doing a live stream. But other than that, I have no hotel. I don't have no restaurant reservations. I'm gonna go to a lot of restaurants, but I'm just play it by ear. It's less stressful like this. In July and August, I'll probably take Dylan Tyrone. July and September. I don't know which one. I'm going to take them. I'm going to be more of a form. Okay, we're going to do here and there. But this trip, I'm going to be all week. I'm just get up in the morning. I'm going to do my strip walk. I'm going to be doing a lot of Las Vegas lives, walking the strip. I don't know what time it's going to be. So, I love that. I'm not going to be in the gym, so I'm going to be walking the strip. I like to walk the strip around 6 o'clock in the morning, right before the sun coming up. And it's absolutely amazing. It's nice and cool. The sun's about to come up. So I'll be doing that. So I don't know what restaurants I'm going to be, but I'll be sharing everything. I'll be vlogging everything. I'll still be doing that. It's not too hard. And I'll put it together when I get back and show y'all the whole Vegas experience. So anyway, so I'll be live tonight, Monday night, because I got an early flight tomorrow morning. When you see this, it'll be Monday. So tomorrow morning, Tuesday, I got an early flight. So that's pretty much all I got to tell y'all. I think I had an awesome day. Today is Easter. When you see this, it's gonna be a Monday, but really it's Sunday right now. I had an awesome day. I think I posted pictures of my Easter. I went to 3 services a day, and I got to spend my Easter with my brother and my nephew and my aunt. It was good and had a great service, and Easter absolutely awesome. I miss my mom, but Easter meant a lot to her, and I used to cook a lot for her. I didn't cook a lot this year. I did do chicken and dumplings, but I just didn't do the big to do like I would do if my mom was here. So yeah, it was kind of picturesque. When holidays, I tried to make it special for her and give her Easter stuff and stuff. She's not here, so it's another holiday without my mom. So I got to get used to this, and I don't know if it gets easier or worse. So But any other than that, it's just good to be around my brother. And like I tell my brother, and we say this all the time, and it's picturesque. A lot of people can see, understand what I'm saying. It's like you're a total orphan. I have no mom, I have no dad, I have no grandmother, no grandfather on either side of my parents, and I'm just totally just here. And then that's why y'all mean a lot to me, and why I say y'all my old school soul food family, because you mean a lot to me in that aspect. And y'all keep me going someday. You really don't know. And I know y'all on a name level on with your screen names, and that means a lot to me, especially when you get in the chats and the lives. You see the same people over and over and saying the same thing, and it's really helpful. And I think it's helpful for y'all too, because y'all chat back and forth with each other, and y'all know your little, and it's really a family. I really appreciate that. So let me close this video out, y'all. If you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe, please follow my other social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag 2023, just show some kindness. Old School Soul Food. Till next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day. And I will see y'all in the next video. See y'all tonight, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.